yes, thank you for joining us. I'm Mr. Pinas.
Oh, thank you for joining us again.
Yes.
I'm Veronica.
Yes. Well, listen, if you like what you heard, please subscribe and give us a comment. And tell us what you think of the show. All right.
Okay, we are
How's it
talking
going?
about culture all the time.
Yes,
and
we
I'm
talk
okay.
about culture.
Mhm.
I think today we want to talk about in-laws.
Yeah, we want to talk about in-laws.
Yes,
In-laws.
Oh my goodness, how important.
In-laws, and you're talking about
Mother-in-law,
mother-in-law,
and fathers-in-law.
father-in-law,
Yes. So they are together in-laws. So now,
daughter-in-law,
Yes.
son-in-law.
yes. So
Yeah.
what would you like to share with our listeners about in-laws?
Mm-hmm.
What are their responsibility in the relationship?
I think both parts. Everybody, all the in-laws. What is important in the in-laws is respect. In our culture and tradition, respect is hanging all over. When it is about the in-laws. Father-in-laws are more how you say that? It's more in the
Back.
in the back.
Backward.
Yeah, in the back.
So the mother-in-law come.
The mother-in-law are more in the
in the forefront.
in the forefront.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know exactly why it's
What's
like
it
that, but I think that because of the flexibility of women,
Right.
In get involved, the flexibility in the way how women get involved in things.
Yes.
And then the son-in-law supposed to see the mother-in-law like the head. How you say that? The big part of his life with his wife.
Right.
Yes, with his wife. Because normally you have to think that when you have your wife in your house, that you have the part of the mom.
Right.
That is what you have in your house.
Right.
And then that's why they ask also that you have to give respect to your mom, to the mother-in-law.
Yes.
Yes. And also with the father-in-law.
Yes.
Father-in-law and mother-in-law don't supposed to talk negative about son-in-law.
Oh.
They don't supposed to do that.
Yeah, supposed to do that.
No, they are father-in-law and mother-in-law supposed to go to the
daughter.
No, to the uncle.
Oh.
Again.
Oh, your uncle.
Yes, they're supposed to go to the uncle and talk about things that they don't like.
Oh, disagree with.
Yeah, disagree with it, and then the uncle will go and talk about it.
Oh.
With the son-in-law.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
And you have lots of how you say it, behavior codes in what I saw in our village, because by my father, I saw my father when my grandma, his mother-in-law is standing in front of one of the house, and my father want to walk and pass. My father make a turn because my grandma is standing on the way.
Yeah.
My father, it is not allowed that you as a son-in-law pass your mother-in-law and the wind. With your wind, how you say that?
Yeah, you win.
You wind, you pass, and then your mother-in-law feel your wind pass.
Oh.
I don't know. They talk about it. It is not respectful.
Really?
Yes, it's not respectful. Okay. Or your mother-in-law standing with her back this side, and you walk, you come from her back, you have to make a noise so that your mother-in-law know that you are coming.
Well, you see how important these things are, because these things were never taught to my generation.
Yes.
And it's not like we didn't want to keep these tradition or this is a perfect example. Like, for example, like me, myself, I don't think my father would ever teach me sit down with stuff like this.
Yeah. And
I would never know. Need something like
you
this.
just say, also, if your mother-in-law is busy to talk about something, or with you, or with your wife together, you don't supposed to give answer while she's talking. You're supposed to sit and listen. It doesn't matter if she's cursing. You're supposed to sit and listen. When she finish, then she will ask you, what do you think about it? Because those mother-in-law in that day know exact how to communicate. You will be sure that she will ask you after she's finished, what do you think about it, my son-in-law? But I don't know for the mother-in-law.
It's
for
not,
now.
you don't know, yes, that's what I'm saying.
If they know about that.
But see, this is what I'm
if
saying.
they know what are their
the principle, the value,
principle,
all of these things that you're saying here.
Plicht.
The rules.
De rules, nee, je rechten en je plichten. Hoe zeg je dat in het Engels?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. They know exact what they supposed to do, and what are the things that you required to do. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, very good, Muddy.
Yeah.
I'm speechless, because this is also information that could help fellow, listeners out there. There's a reason, but there's a reason for these things, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Because also that, let's say the mother-in-law is you sit somewhere in my village, you have the kitchen. When you say kitchen, then we have special house, a small one,
yes,
and with how is that, roof of leaves. It is open. When you pass, you see your mother-in-law sitting cooking on wood fire. Then if my grandma sit in her kitchen busy with cooking, talking, and when my father want to pass by, walk, and then he will hear my grandma talking. My father cannot walk past. My father have to standing maybe a couple meters. And they're starting to make noises.
That he's coming by.
So that my grandma can hear his voice and know, oh, my son-in-law is coming. He will pass. Then my grandma will look how she sit. If she don't sit with her face to the door, so that my father can see her knees. Her knees. She have to cover her knees if she's sitting.
Oh, unbelievable.
Her knees. Yeah, her knees.
No, that's a whole other topic again.
Because they're sitting in their kitchen on the bench, the small wood
benches,
things, and it's low. And when you're sitting all the time, they have to cover their knees with the other cloth.
Right.
And
so you're not saying just the cover up as normal. They need.
They have the cloth.
Yeah.
They can cover their breast, the pangi, cover until the knees. But sometimes it is not big enough. It has to open in the front ear. Oh yes. And then that's why my father have to make a noise. And what kinds of noise my father have to make? Not one time. He has to do it 3 times.
Oh.
And then wait until my grandma give answer.
Oh.
Okay, I hear you. My grandma will that. My father will say 1 time, 2 times. After a couple seconds between. The 3rd time, then my father have to wait. And my grandma will say, that's mean you can come.
Really?
Then, and when my father walk past by, he cannot look at my grandma. he have to look straight
and keep walking
and stay standing in front of the kitchen and say hello.
So not looking at him.
Not looking at her. You look straight and say hello to my grandma.
But
and then my grandma will give answer. Yeah. And the say hello will take sometimes 10 minutes.
So it's not just hi.
Not just hi, no. Not just hi with your hands.
Yeah, it's quite some time. Oh,
yes.
Okay.
And talk about it, and then my grandma will ask, "Oh, how are you? Yeah. Oh, how is with the children?"
And stand up looking at grandma.
No, stand up, look at my grandma, looking there. How is with your wife, my mom, and then my daddy will give my grandma a whole story about the family.
Right. Oh.
How's everything going, and then my grandma will give my father also a whole story about her life. If she have missed something in her house, maybe something to eat, or maybe wood for fire, or maybe she want to fix her kitchen with the leaves roof, and all those kinds of stuff. And when they finish, then they will say bye. And my father will say tell my grandma, okay, then I was starting new to walk.
So you have here. He has to say, I'm about to walk.
I'm about to walk.
Oh my goodness.
And now my grandma will thank him.
And say, okay, yes, you're free to go.
Yeah, you're free to go. But if other grown people are there, then my daddy was standing there sometimes 2 hours because everybody will want to talk.
Well, you can see you can see why the next generation are not interested in that anymore. Yeah. Because they don't have the patience to do the talking, and they have other things to do. And that's the reason why they're not coming.
You don't have time for that. No.
Well, listen, this show can go on and on and on. But I hope you enjoy this, and keep watching. All right.
Okay.